Okay guys, so here is the power supply from the Toshiba laptop, the T2130CT. The model number here is a UA0393P02, and it's got the mains direct input, and it's a single voltage 18 volt output at this end. So to replace this, it would be fairly easy, although you wouldn't get one to actually fit where this one fits in the machine. I didn't film myself actually checking it, but I have replaced a couple of capacitors and checked the rest, and they are okay. So this power supply does look a bit of a mess now because the stickiness of the um, tape isn't great, but that'll be okay when it's held in its position. So I didn't film myself taking it out, and I didn't film myself actually checking the power supply, because taking it out was a bugger. And you'll see when I film myself sort of, well, putting it back in, or showing you about putting it back in, it is not the easiest things to do. So let's get to it. Okay, so here is the stripped down laptop, and here is the power supply. Actually fits in this section, or this section sort of covers it. So the power supply is up there. I initially thought that the power supply was built into the main board. I've seen all these capacitors here, and there's some sort of power supply stuff going on there with those coils, but that's not obviously the one we wanted. And so if I just pull this forward carefully, and here, this is where the power supply fits along here, and obviously to get this out, to get to that, it was a bloody nightmare. And you see, I think I've discovered how the cracks appeared in the bottom. Excuse me, because we've got lots of cracks on the bottom shell of this thing, and I think somebody was trying to take the bottom off. And on this one, the bottom doesn't come off. The bottom is like the chassis, and everything bolts onto the bottom. So to get the actual bottom off, you literally have to take everything off from the top. So we would have to take, the main board out, the floppy drive out, and sort of everything. And yeah, that would be a right bit of a nightmare. Now, here's the thing, you've got like the Cmos battery, then you've got another battery here, 7.2 volts at 1100 milliamps. 110 milliamps, I mean. So I'm not sure what that is. Is that another BIOS battery? I mean, it seemed to be rechargeable. I haven't obviously tested that. I suppose I should test that while I'm here already. But yeah, certainly a weird one. It seems to be, because this does actually have a place. You can't see it, but it does actually sort of fit in there. Well, that's where it should fit. If I could get it in there, yeah. So it is designed to be there. Because I did initially think maybe they just put in that to replace that. But then why would they have left that in there? But yeah, so this I imagine is like a 2032, is it? CR2032. Let's have a look. And it is 3 volts. Does that say there? Yeah, so it would be it's a Toshiba battery, so you would think it's the original battery. rechargeable. Okay, so I think, do these unplug? Where are they plugged in? Okay, they're just plugged in there. Let's unplug those and take them out to the workbench and test them. There's one. And let's remember the Lion pack goes to the bottom end. The Lion, the NIMH 7.2 volt pack. And this won't undo. And you can see there's corrosion on the plug there. Whoa, that's not looking good. That is not looking good. So whatever happens, I've got to get that plug out. Shoot, give me a minute. Okay, so I've got that unplugged. And we can have a look at it now. It does look pretty bad, but, you know, is that from battery leakage? It does look like it, but then, you know, these are kind of sealed up in the plastic. So, oh no, it definitely something not looking good in there. Okay, let's oh, this is Toshiba parts number P7100705015, made in Singapore. H056 or HD56 is that? Yeah. But 7.2 volt little NIMH pack. I'm sure we can replace this with something if we need to. So, but yeah, let's first get this open. Wait a minute. Okay, so I've split the plastic there. Oh dear. No, we don't need to test this. We definitely don't need to test this to say that it's knackered. That is gone. Oh, shite. Well, that's not good, is it? That is a tiny 7.2 volt pack. And that is, excuse the language, fucked. There is no saving that one. Okay, I don't know if we'll be able to get these anymore. Or some kind of, I mean, we will be able to bodge something in there, but it would be nice if we could get the exact thing. Yeah, interesting. So what is it? Was 7.2? Yeah, 7.2 volts. So obviously 1.2, 1.2. That's 2.4, and 2.4, and 2.4 is 6.12. Yeah, so 7.2. Yeah, 6.12. What the fuck am I talking about? But yeah, anyway, that's how good I am at math. But yeah, so that connector is a bit knackered, but hopefully, because this plugs direct onto the motherboard, and from this end doesn't look too bad. So hopefully the motherboard plug is alright. Let's just see if I can get zoom in on that. Okay, so we can see the motherboard plug there. It's actually, I've got it upside down. Let's bring the wire around. What's getting in the way? Well, I think that'll probably be okay. I mean, a bit of isopropyl alcohol in there, maybe. I don't know. But that's quite annoying because I did want to sort of get this all back together in one day if I could. Um, but no, and obviously this is going to need to be cleaned out. Ugh, my gosh, my gosh, that is not looking too good. So yeah, this is a bit more involved than what it needs to be really, because the actual power supply, there wasn't really a lot wrong with it. I mean, a lot of the capacitors were okay, they would have survived. So yeah, so what I'll do now is I'll put the power supply back in, and then yeah, put it back to a point, and then have to obviously leave it so we can get to these batteries. Now I'll have to investigate whether we can get one of these little batteries, and whether this little rechargeable 2032 or whatever it is, hard to see with the video light. What if I hold it back and then zoom in? Does that let us see it? Toshiba 3-volt lithium battery, rechargeable, but it doesn't actually tell us what it is, does it? The number there, 32490. Let's try turning that light off and see what happens. Aha, VG VG2430. Okay, interesting. Alrighty, a VG2430. Okay, I imagine this will be, zoom back out, light on. Yeah, I imagine this will be fairly easy to replace. This, I don't know what it does, why it was there, or what, but it's definitely bad. So, yeah, okay. Okay, so there's the power supply now in its position, and its mains plug is in, and of course this piece covers over it, gives it air, lets it cool down, but it's wrapped in plastic and it's got a big bit of um, sort of aluminium or something over it. So how that's supposed to cool down, I do not know. Strange one. We can see the LEDs there that go through the thing, show up on the top. But yeah, so let's now rebuild this as far as I can, and then let's go looking up batteries. Okay, so here's where the RAM goes. 5-volt only, in big letters there, stuck on. So, and here is the actual RAM chip, PA2028U, 16 megabyte Toshiba equivalent. Yeah, beauty. I imagine finding another one of those would be quite hard as well. And so we, and there is it, and clip, lovely, that's good. And in some laptops they do have like another one you can put in this side, but on this one, no, just the one, and it is like quite extended, um, so you couldn't fit two in there. But yeah, so okay, 16 megabytes of RAM. on Windows 95. Should be plenty to do what I need it to do anyway. So then we need to find the cover to go on that, which is here. Oh, lovely. Oh, I don't know. Excellent. Okay, so that's the laptop now pretty much back together. It's missing some obvious pieces, of course. So the keyboard's not in yet, and the facial piece with the mouse buttons on. I've left that off, obviously. And there is a little metal piece which goes in here and covers up the batteries and the battery connections. So I've had to obviously leave that bit out. But yeah, so this now should be able to be fired up. So what I'm going to do now is just plug it in and fire it up and see if it still works. Okay, so the mains power is now plugged in. And let me just press this power button and see what happens. Oh, we're getting some lights. I'm suspecting it's going to say Cmos is wrong and no keyboard or something. Yep, Cmos battery and, all that. And press F1 key. Of course I can't because I haven't plugged the keyboard in. So there we are, guys. That's where I'm going to leave the video for today. And hopefully in the next video about this, I'll be finding another battery to be able to put in, and we'll be putting the keyboard back in and everything. So yeah, all good stuff.